Hi, I'm Ray, and this is TinyTableGames. Today I'll be doing Battletech Beginner Box, pretty much everything that's in there. So a 4-on-4 battle, 2 actual miniatures, and 3 stand-ups for each side. So nearly a full lance on each other. Hopefully everybody shoots better than last time, or this is going to take like 12 hours to shoot. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. Let's get to it. Okay, here's the setup for this battle. On this side, we have a Thunderbolt right here, and he is sporting an LRM-15, an SRM-2, a large laser, a medium laser, and a machine gun. He has no jump jets. Next to him is the, at this point, somewhat familiar Griffin with his LRM-5, a large laser, a medium laser, and 5 points worth of jump jets. Next, we have a Vindicator with a PPC, an LRM-5, and a medium laser. And finally, we have a Locust, which has 2 medium lasers and 2 small lasers. Over on this side, we have this Vindicator with a LRM-10, a medium laser, a large laser, and a small laser. Next to him is a Locust with 1 medium laser and 2 machine guns. And no jump jets, by the way. He does have jump jets for 4 hexes worth. Over here, we have a Griffin with an LRM-10, a PPC, and 5 hexes worth of jumping. And tucked away next to him, over here in the corner, is a Thunderbolt with an LRM-10, a medium laser, a large laser, and 4 hexes worth of jumps. So, more LRMs in this battle, and for the first time, some PPCs, which did not exist in the Essentials box, so it's kind of interesting. For Team Griffin, that's all of a 3 for their initiative. And for Team Vindicator, 5. So, Team Vindicator wins the initiative. Alright, going into the top of turn 1, 3 out of the 4 mechs on Team Vindicator all have LRM-10s, so they're going to make use of them. So being mindful of that and noting that there's a bunch of light terrain here in the middle and some heavier terrain and light mix over here, and then a big patch of heavy terrain over there for line of sight purposes. The Vindicator, is going to go first, and he's just going to run straight ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which should give him a decent field of view depending on, all right, maybe he'll slightly rewind that and end up here. Yeah, I like that better. All right. Over here on Team Griffin, first guy up is going to be the the Vindicator in response. Mind you, this version of the Vindicator has a PPC on him and an LRM-5 rather than an LRM-10. He is going to go 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. So he only moved 3 hexes, but he did run. So that gives him a +1. But he does have light cover. All right. Next up, Team Vindicator's Thunderbolt's going to go with his PPC and LRM-10. He is just going to try to get up into a spot where he can see everybody and be seen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just a straight up run. But that puts him in a great position with a big open area here to target anybody foolish enough to not get out of his way. In response, I think this Griffin's going to get out of his way. And he's going to run to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually 7, 8. So that doesn't fully get him out of the way, but at least he gets some light woods in the path. Actually, 2 hexes worth of light woods from where he's sitting. So I'll give him a +2, plus he ran 8. Running with a +3 target modifier, so that's tough to beat. There we go. Team Vindicator is going to activate their Griffin, which has a somewhat different loadout than the other guy. He only has an LRM-10 and a PPC and jump jets. But he didn't stand next to that guy on accident. He's there to back him up. So he's going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Team Griffin Thunderbolt is going to stick with his wingman, as it were, and run straight ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that will give him a run and a +2. The Locust, let's see, for Team Vindicator there, this little guy is going to run 12 as he has no jump jets. Where's he going to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, given how poorly everybody shot last time, he's only in this Griffin's arc. So we'll see how that turns out. And finally, this Locust, which also has no jump jets and also wants to be a nuisance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just gets out of the arc there. Ran like crazy, both of them, and that ends the movement phase. Because Team Griffin lost, we're going to start with him. The Griffin here is going to shoot into, you'd think this Locust, but because he ran so far and he's got a +4, I'm actually going to try and shoot through the trees at that Vindicator, which I guess kind of works out. So let's see, that's gunnery skill of 4, 2 for him running, 2 for 2 hexes of light woods. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So hitting on 10s. And let's see, he has an LRM-5, which hits. And let's see how many of them hit. That's probably not very many on a 5. Let's see, that would be 2 missiles. 2 missiles hit to the 9. Let's see, which is his left leg. Make that 4 points to his left leg. I forgot he has an LRM-10, not an LRM-5 on that particular guy. Running so many mechs at the moment, getting a little confused. All right, large laser. Let's see. Also hitting on a 10. Does. And hits to the 8, which is his left torso. So 8 points to the left torso. And his medium laser hits on a 12. Oh, almost did it. That's a miss. Okay, for Team Vindicator's first attack, actually going to go with this Locust into the Griffin as revenge, of course. Let's see. So that's 2 for him running, +3. That makes it a 5. His gunnery skill is a 4, pretty much across the board in the starter sets. His medium lasers will be hitting on 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Let's see, is that still in range or is that short range? Up to 6, so yeah, his medium laser will be short range. And it's a complete miss. He also has a couple machine guns, which I can't even reach just yet. Team Griffin, this Thunderbolt is going to target that Griffin over there. Let's see, he has a gunnery skill of 4. He ran, so that's 2, makes it 6. He ran a lot, that makes it a 9, +1 for a light terrain makes it a 10. He has an LRM-15, so that'll be hitting on a 10. Yeah, it's a whiff. He has an SRM2, but that with the increased range means he hits on a 12. Doesn't do it. Medium laser hits on a 12. No. And a large laser that hits on a 10. And does. And he hits him in the 7, which is, as always, center torso. Unsurprisingly, Team Vindicator's Griffin is going to, rather than try and target over here, due to the slightly better odds, he's going to target this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexes away. Let's see, his piloting, gunnery skill is a 4. He ran, that's a 2. There's 1 for light woods and 1 for this guy. So that makes it hitting on a 6, 7, 8 right off the bat for things that aren't too far away. And he's got an LRM 10, so that can definitely reach. So hitting on an 8. And he misses. That's real sad. The more exciting shot, though, is he's also packing a PPC, also hitting on an 8. And that also misses, and that makes me sad. Not to be outdone, this Vindicator is going to fire right back at that Griffin. He has an LRM 5, which isn't nearly as impressive, but a medium laser and a PPC also. So we'll start off with the LRM 5. Let's see, he is a gunnery skill of 3, one of the few people who is. 3, he ran, that's 2, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's about it. So LRM 5 hits on an 8. Wow, nope. You'd think this dice box would make the dice roll better, right? That's what they told me when I bought it. PPC hits. PPC to the Griffins. 10. Which is his left arm. So that's always a nice hit. Center torso would have been more exciting, as it would have cored about in one turn with the other hits, but was not to be. And as always, because there's no heat in this game, he might as well fire his medium laser, even though he's only going to hit on 12s. Or wait, 10s actually in this case. Oh, and he hits. Wow. Doing so much better than the last game. And he hits him in the center torso. Things are looking up. Vindicator's Team Thunderer is going to fire in revenge once again at this Vindicator. Let's see, he ran for 2. His piloting skill is, gunnery skill is a 4, so that makes it a 6. 7, 8 for the light woods is the base. Let's see, but he is unfortunately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hexes away, which on its best day, even for some nice weapons, is kind of a distance. So for this LRM 10 that he's got, that is enough to put it in medium range. So he's going to hit on 10s. Then he's going to follow up with a large laser and a medium laser, which are both going to be on 12s, because it's 1 hex farther away than that large laser can get on a short. So LRM 10 to start. Hits. Oh no, I'm sorry, it doesn't hit. It needed to be a 10. I got all excited. Medium laser on 12. And large laser on a 12. Nope. Misses outright, but I mean, that's a pretty long distance shot. Speaking of long distance shots, Team Griffin's Locust, which is turned right here, you just can't tell because of the stupid paper, is going to shoot straight into that Thunderer from all of 2 hexes away. So gunnery skill 4, ran 2, this guy's got a 2, that makes it an 8. And obviously going to be pretty much short range. He's got 2 medium lasers and 2 small lasers, so the mediums will hit on an 8 and the small lasers will hit on a 10. So medium laser number 1, whiff. Medium laser number 2, snake eyes. Man, not looking great. Small laser number 1, nope. Small laser number 2, nope. And last but not least, the leader of Team Vindicator, the Vindicator, is going to shoot over into the leader of Team Griffin, the Griffin. He has a gunnery skill of 3. He ran, so that makes it a 5. He ran a lot. That makes it an 8. With 2 intervening hexes of light woods, makes it a 10. So that he's going to use his LRM 10 and his large laser, both hitting on 10s. That's a miss, and the large laser. That's a miss. Wow, time to switch dice. His medium laser hits on a 12. Well, that's better, but still not a hit. And let's see, Team Griffin initiative. Wow, okay. Versus Team Vindicator. Yeah, Team Griffin definitely wins this one. Well, to start off, Team Vindicator is going to kind of take the easy way out and activate his locust first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he ran 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hexes. So that gives him a check in the chart, +3. And now he's behind everybody for what that's worth. Okay, for their part, let's see. I think the Griffin's Team Vindicator is going to go. Because he can make some use of his jump jets just now. When can't you, I suppose? 1, 2, 3, 4. And with any luck, he's going to remove that annoying little locust from the board. Not to be outdone, Team Vindicator's Griffin is going to close in on their main force here. And if he can't get to this guy or he moves out of the way, he'll at least have a shot on this guy that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll work. So he ran for 6. So that'll give him a +3, I believe. Yep. And there he'll stay. Unable to resist such a juicy target, Team Griffin's Griffin is going to activate his jump jets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Land right here in these light woods, slightly out of that guy's arc, and be happy that there's no such thing as piloting skills in the basic version of the game. And now that the Griffin's committed, the Thunderbolt for Team Vindicator is going to move forward, because that's what he was waiting on, really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he ran. He's got a little 3 there modifier, and he's in position to do some damage. So things are getting a lot more interesting and slightly complicated. We got 2 people left to move: the Griffin's Thunderbolt, the Vindicator team lead, and the Griffin's Locust, which is in fact going to move now. Let's see, the most hurt person on Vindicator's team is their Griffin. So that's what we're going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's going to stop in position to hit this guy without getting hit by that guy. Now, is that really the smartest play? You know, actually, if we rewind it and just have him park to here, that gives even more options. I like that better. That's still a good-sized run, though not nearly as far as he can go. So that gives him a, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexes, so that should actually be a 3, not a 4. Unless I've miscounted it. If I have, please let me know in the comments, or I'll discover it in editing and then groan quietly to myself. All right, so Vindicator team lead has to go. Most everybody's committed except the Griffin's Thunderbolt. So what's he going to do with that? I think he's going to activate his jump jets and drop straight into this heavy terrain right here for the extra coverage. So that's a jump, and he moved 4 hexes, which is a +1. So he'll be at a +3 anyway with the hexes, with the terrain. And finally, the Thunderbolt. Let's see, with his LRM-10, SRM-2, and a large laser and a medium laser. Well, he certainly doesn't just want to stand there and make himself a sitting duck. But he does have a fair bit of armor. No, that's crazy. He's not going to do that. 6. Well, he doesn't want to move too far, this Thunderbolt. So how about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah, choose him out too much. If he's going to stand still, he might as well get the bonus for not running himself, right? All right. He's probably going to get shot to heck, but he's just going to stand still and start aiming at people. Okay, for this round, shooting. Man, what a mess. All right. The Team Vindicator's Locust is going to shoot apparently at this Griffin because he can't see the Thunderer, which is the original plan, but okay. So that's 2 for running, plus 2 against him, and 1 for there. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for his gunnery skill, I do believe. So let's see, 2 for him, 2 for him, plus 1 is 3, so that's 5. Oh, so it's 9. That sounds more accurate. All right. He's got small lasers, but those will hit on a 13, so just the one medium laser hitting on a 9. And he misses. Let's see. I should really declare everybody. Let's see. The Vindicator is going to shoot into the Locust. The Griffin here is going to shoot into the Thunderer, of course. And the Thunderer is going to shoot into the Griffin. Then this Thunderer is going to shoot into this Griffin. It's kind of a theme. This Griffin is going to shoot into that Thunder. Good grief. And this Vindicator shoot into the Locust because it's slightly better odds, I think, than trying to shoot over distant-wise to there. And this Locust is going to shoot into this Thunderer. Okay. So we did the Locust into the Griffin. That didn't accomplish much. Now we're going to do the Vindicator into the Locust. Let's see. He's got a piloting skill of 3. He jumps, so that's another 3. He has a 3, so that puts it at 9. He's literally next to him. There's no terrain modifier, so he'll be hitting with 9s on everything. So let's start with his PPC. Oh, man, you got to be kidding me. That would have been sweet. His LRM5. Oh, man. Medium laser. That hits. And hits to the 8. Left torso. And let's see. He's, might as well. Got a small laser, which just misses. Man, that's disappointing. Next up is the Team Vindicator Griffin into Team Griffin's Thunderbolt, which did not move at all. So he's got a 4 piloting. He ran, that makes it a 6. He didn't do anything, and he's in clear terrain. So it's still a 6. So he's going to shoot with his PPC first, hitting on a 6. Oh, come on. And his LRM-10. Man. You'd think this fancy dice box would do something. All right, well, let's see if it goes any better back the other way. The Thunderer into the Griffin. He'd moved not at all. This guy ran a lot, so it's a 3. His gunnery skill is a 4, so that makes it a 7 overall. So we'll start with his LRM-15. Just misses. Of course it does. His SRM-2. That just missed. Oh, no, wait, 7. That actually hits. Hallelujah. Can you believe that? And hits to his SRM-2. Cluster check. So half of the missiles, aka 1 2-point missile, hits to the 6. Which on that Griffin is right torso. Okay. Well, that's something. But here's where the fun part comes in. The Thunder has 3 medium lasers and his large laser let to go while hitting on 7. So large laser hits to the center torso. Oh, that's a good place to hit. Yeah, that's all it takes. He had 7 points of armor left, so he cores that guy right out. Now, hopefully, Revenge of the Thunderer. The Thunderer from Team Vindicator is going to be shooting into the Griffin captain. Let's see, he's got a gunnery skill of 4. He ran, that makes it a 6. This guy jumped enough for 2, that makes it an 8. He's also in light woods, making it a 9. Alright, so his LRM 10, hitting on a 9. Nope. How about large laser? Nope. Medium laser number 1? Nope. Switching dice again. Medium laser number 2? Nope. Medium laser number 3? Nope. I don't know what to say about the shooting. Team Griffin Captain's going to shoot right back into that Thunderer. He's got a gunnery skill of 4. He jumped. That's a 3, so that makes it a 7. That guy over there ran a lot, so that makes it a 10. So he's got an LRM 5. Hits. That's amazing. How many of them hit? 7 of them hit. Well, on a 7 for an LRM 5. So 3 of them hit. So it's 3 whole points to the Thunderer's center torso. And that's the first damage that guy's taken this game. Now hopefully the Griffin can follow it up with the large laser. And it just misses it. And medium laser number 1. And medium laser number 2. Man, oh man, oh man. Okay, the Vindicator of Team Vindicator is going to shoot into the locus of Team Griffin there. Partially because that's about his best shot, I think, with the terrain issues. So, gunnery skill of 3. He jumped, that's another 3. This guy ran a lot, that's another 3. There's light woods there, that makes it a 10. So, he has the, an LRM 10 and a large laser, and his medium laser will be hitting on a 12. So, LRM 10, hitting on a 10. Large laser. Medium laser. Alright, I gotta switch dice again. Now that ought to do it. And finally, for this somewhat epic turn 2 shooting, Team Griffin's Locust is going to shoot into the backside of Team Vindicator's Thunderbolt. Mind you, there is no actual back armor per se in the basic / essentials game. The Locust has a gunnery skill of 4. He ran, so that's 2. This guy ran a lot, so that's another 3. So that makes him hitting on 9s. He has 2 medium lasers and 2 small lasers. So medium laser number 1. That was weird. That's a miss. Medium laser number 2. Right out of the box. That's a hit with medium laser number 2. And a hit to the 8 left torso. And then small laser number 1. That's a hit to the 5, which of course is his right leg. And then finally the last small laser. Wow, somebody should get this guy into a bigger mech. Also hits, and all 3 points go back into his left torso, which was up until recently not damaged, but this guy has a lot of armor. But nonetheless, at least it's a start. Alright, so by the end of turn 2, we got 1 mech down on Team Vindicator, and we'll move on to round 3 or turn 3. Initiative for Team Griffin, 3, good old ISR, and initiative for Team Vindicator, 6. Team Vindicator has initiative this turn. Well, Team Griffin's going to have to go first, obviously. However, they have the advantage of none of their mechs having actually been hit yet. So I think we will start off with the Griffin's Vindicator right here. And he's going to do absolutely nothing because his angle on most of this is really good. And he's going to force Team Vindicator to move around, and hopefully that'll give him good coverage with his PPC and LRM5 of this half of the field. In response, Team Vindicator needs to do something and hit somebody, and the Vindicators have a lot less armor, so do the Griffins, relatively speaking. The Thunderbolts, on the other hand, are basically walking tanks with how much armor they have. So in order to even up the odds, need to focus on either the Locust, which, two medium lasers, but the Team Griffin's Vindicator, on the other hand, has the PPC and the LRM5. So if it ever hits, that's going to stink. So we are going to focus on that with Team Vindicator. And so we're going to drop the Thunderbolt, I think, over in that direction. Oh, does that make sense? It kind of does. First, I don't want to commit the heavy any sooner than I have to. Locust for Team Vindicator is going to circle around behind the stationary Vindicator. And we'll do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That puts him out of the arc, uses his full run. He went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces. So that's pretty good for his modifier. That should give him +3. +3. There we are. Okay, Team Griffin, seeing that their Vindicator is being kind of ganged up on by Locust, like if you can call it really being ganged up on. In any case, they're going to pretty much ignore that. The Thunderer wants a better target, but one that's an easier kill than, well, another Thunderer, to be honest. All that armor, or Thunderbolt, excuse me. Those guys haven't moved yet. Can't draw anybody out. Well, he's going to try. So, the Team Griffin Thunderbolt is going to run, such as it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that's probably going to cause problems, but it'll either force those two to stay out of his arc. He's got an LRM-15, so he can target down at this Locust either way. Okay, that done. Team Vindicator's got to move somebody. So they're going to stick with the plan and go after Team Griffin's Vindicator. This guy actually has jump jets. Does he want to use them? Let's see, he can run up to 6. He wants to get down here in range of him. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That gives him a full run. Puts this Vindicator in his front arc, just barely, and gives him Lightwood's cover. So that's about as good as you're going to do for that. Back on Team Griffin's side, that makes it easy as far as the Team Griffin folks are concerned at this point. He's gonna, the Griffin himself, aka the guy who's not cardboard's cut out, is going to circle in and go after that Thunderer. Even though he's got a ton of armor, maybe he'll get lucky and get a headshot or something. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're down to the painful stuff. The Vindicator has to go. He can at least try and pick on the Griffin or the other Vindicator. So he's going to stick with the team's plan and run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he ran, but not very far. So that's just a couple of hexes. So that just gives him a +1. Okay, and last but not least, the Griffin Team Locust has to do something. So he will join his boss in targeting the Thunderer from Team Vindicator. So he's just going to run forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That lets him either target the other locust or the thunder. That's not so bad. Moved 8, so ran a course, gets a standard +3. And there you go, that's the movement. Okay, we're on to the shooting phase, and it's time for the declarations. Let's see. Team Griffin has to declare first. So I think we will declare that the Griffin is shooting into the backside of the Vindicator Thunderer, or Thunder. Oh man, why can't I always say Thunder? Thunderbolt. Then in reply, the Thunderbolt will be shooting at the Team Griffin Vindicator right there. Let's see, the Team Griffin Locust will also be shooting into the Thunderer. The Team Vindicator, or excuse me, Team Vindicator Locust will be shooting into the Team Griffin Vindicator right here. Team Vindicator's Vindicator will be shooting at, I guess, the Griffin. That seems like his best bet, even though there's some woods there. And finally, Team Griffin's Thunderer, but he will go after, for better or for worse, Thunderer. And somehow in there, I managed to forget to actually declare Team Griffin's Vindicator will unsurprisingly be firing straight ahead into the Thunderer. Okay, on to the shooting phase. We will start off with the Griffin shooting into the Thunderer. Thunderbolt. Man, one of these days I'll get that right. Let's see. He walked, that's a +1. His gunnery skill is a 4, that makes it a 5. He ran, that's a +2, and he's in light woods, which gives him an extra +1. So overall, that makes it an 8. Let's see. So we'll start with the LRM5, I guess, which almost hit, but not quite. The large laser. Oh boy. Medium laser. Come on. And the other medium laser. Wow. All right. Apparently those woods really came in handy for that guy. Next, we got the Thunderer shooting into the Vindicator here. Move focus. There we go. So, his gunnery skill is a 4. He ran, that's a 2. This guy didn't move at all, so that just makes it a 6. So, LRM 10 on a 6. That hits. Now the ever popular question of how many of them hit is 6 missiles. So the first 5 missiles hit to the 6. Let's see, which is his, right torso. And the last missile hits to the 3, which is his right arm. Well, at least that kind of makes sense. Okay, hoping this Thunderer can continue his streak. Large laser, hit on 6. He hits easily. Man, this guy obviously knows his stuff. And that goes into the center torso. Well, that's not so bad. And lastly, his medium laser also hits. Man, the dice of Sauron are doing well. And that also goes to a center torso. Wow. Okay, next up we've got the Griffin Team Locust, which is right here. He's going to shoot into the Thunderer also. And let's see, he ran. Of course he did. That's a 2. This guy, not him, this guy also ran. That's another 2. His gunnery skill is a 4, so we're up to an 8. Plus the woods makes it a 9. 2 medium lasers and 2 small lasers. So the medium lasers hitting on a 9. There's a 10. That hits. To the 3. Huh, well, that's not so bad. Except that's the first time his arm's been hit. But hey, you gotta whittle it away at some point, right? The next medium laser knocks everybody over. misses. Small laser hitting on 11s. That's a nope. And cocked die, but it wouldn't matter. He can't get there with this 4 anyway. All right, so at least one medium laser landed. Not to be outdone, the Vindicator team's Locust is going to shoot into the back of the Griffin team's Vindicator. Boy, that gets a little confusing. So he ran a lot, that's a +2. He didn't move at all, that's a 0. His gunnery skill is a 4, that makes it a 6. He has a medium laser and 2 machine guns. So medium laser hits to the 2, which is what? His, center torso. Well, that's convenient. So 5 more points to the center torso. And if you look over here at his battle, that is all this guy had left. So the Locust finishes off the Vindicator. Meanwhile, the Vindicator of Team Vindicator will be shooting into the Griffin of Team Griffin. He ran, but not much, so it's a +2. He barely moved at all, that's a 1. There's 2 points worth of woods in between them, so that's a 5. And this guy's gunnery skill is a 3, so that makes it an 8. So he's got, what, a large laser, an LRM-10, and a medium laser. So large laser, hitting on 8. Actually hits. Ooh, somebody's been practicing. Large laser to the right torso. Well, I mean, that's the first damage this Griffin's taken, so whatever. Hoping to continue the luck, he has an LRM-10 that'll also be hitting on an 8. And boy, does it. Let's see, how many of them of the LRM-10 hit? 5. I really hate that table. I don't know why. It's just not obvious. So 6 of them hit. The first 5 hit the 10, which is his left arm. And the last missile hits his right leg. So left arm and right leg. And last but not least, he has a medium laser, but that will only be hitting on a 10 because of the range. But he gets it anyway. I'll be darned. Medium laser to the 3, so his right arm once again. Huh, all right. And next up, we've got kind of the long shot here, the Team Griffin Thunderer right here. It's going to shoot at the Team Vindicator Thunderer. He ran, so that's a 2. His gunnery skill is a 4, that makes it a 6. He also ran, now it's an 8. He's in light woods, that makes it a 9. And happily, the angle of those heavy woods right there are such that they're not quite getting in the way. So he is hitting on 9s with his LRM-15 and large laser, and he has an SRM-2, which may hit, but only on 11. So let's start with the LRM-15. That's a miss. The SRM-2 on 11. Well, that hits. Let's see how many of the SRM-2 hit. I would like to think that's all of them, but I am not sure. Nope, the break point is an 8 for hitting with all of them. That's a little skewed, actually. All right, so 2 points to the 9, which is his left leg. All right. And finally, large laser hitting on a 9, which misses. Well, so much for the hot shooting. All right, last but not least, the soon-to-be center torso destroyed Vindicator is hopefully going to go out in a blaze of glory by shooting into the Thunderer. He didn't move at all. His gunnery skill is a 3. He ran for 2, and he's in light woods, so it's a 6 overall. So he's got a LRM-5 hitting on a 6. It does. So they get, how many of them go? 7, so that's probably, what, 2 missiles, if I were to guess? 3 missiles. Man, that table, I just don't like it. 3 missiles to the 6, which is the right torso. Let's see, then he's got his PPC hitting on a 6. Yeah, that's what I want to see. At least go out in a blaze of glory, buddy. Hitting to the 4, which is really not a blaze of glory location. It's his right arm, but still, that's not terrible. Okay, his blaze of glory is almost up. Hopefully he can manage to put his medium laser and small laser, that's all he has left, onto the thunderbolt. Jeez, right arm, as that would rip it off, so that'd be something. So medium laser hitting on a 6. Oh, did you see that? It almost was. Misses, and the small laser hitting on an 8. No. All right, well, good try, buddy. All right, going into turn 4, things are looking a little up close and personal around this battlefield. It's now tied up 3-3. A Griffin down on, ironically, Team Vindicator, and a Vindicator down on Team Griffin. So, just how it worked out. So, rolling for initiative, Team Vindicator. Wow, that's going to be tough to beat. Got themselves an 11. And Team Griffin got a 9. I don't know what's with the good rolling, but I like it. In any case, Team Griffin lost, so they have to go first once again. And I think Team Griffin's going to start with moving their Thunderbolt, and he is going to head for the hills, or for the woods, as they say. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he didn't quite make it to the woods, but he did move enough, including running, to get himself a little bit of a bonus. Okay, on Team Vindicator's side, they are also going to move their Thunderbolt. Let's see. 1. Is this the time to use jump jets? It may be. I think he will. He's going to activate his jump jets because there's no piloting roll, so he's not particularly worried about jumping into the woods again. And so that's what he's going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. For Team Griffin to activate plan, rip the rest of his arm off, this Griffin is going to activate his jump jets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and take advantage of the fact that there's no piloting rolls, land in thick woods, and be directly behind that Thunderer at point blank range. Team Vindicator is going to wait to commit their Vindicator until the end, and will instead now do something with their Locust, which is just kind of hanging out here in the corner. And what is that something? I think that something is to go after the other team's Griffin. 1, run into my smoke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is getting slightly ridiculous, but at the same time, it kind of fits, right? Oh, if backshots existed in this game. All right. Don't miss your jump die. Okay. Now, nobody left but their Locust, who's going to continue to commit to, let's blow this guy's arm off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If he stops right there, he's out of both of their arcs. That's what he's going to do. So for a Locust, that was weirdly a walk, and he only moved a couple spaces, but I don't think that's going to matter this time because he's got both of these guys right in his front arc, and he's out of both of their front arcs. So that couldn't be better. And finally, this Vindicator is going to do the only sane thing in this case, which is use his jump jets as well. 1, 2, 3, and land out of that guy's front arc because yikes. And that ends the movement phase. A lot of jumping this time. All right, with the battlefield changed, we're going into turn 4 declarations and shooting. And as before, since Griffin lost, they're declaring first. And unsurprisingly, lead Griffin's going to shoot into the back of that Thunderer. That's his declaration. The Team Vindicator Thunder is going to, well, shoot at the other Thunder because that's his actual only target. The Vindicator is going to shoot into, Well, the Thunderer is shooting nobody because it's hard to tell with the paper ones, but he's actually shooting or pointing that direction. So while moving him there did force everybody else to move, it forced everybody else to move away from him. But that was somewhat intentional since that Thunderer is literally untouched so far. So if anybody can take it, it's that guy. Unless he gets shot in the head a bunch of times, but whatever. All right, and then finally, the Team Griffin Locust, which is this one, is going to shoot. That's a tough one. Concentrate fire. He's also going to shoot at the Thunderbolt. And of course, Team Vindicator's Griffin, Locust is going to shoot at the Griffin. So there you go. Let's get to it. Okay, starting off, the Griffin from Team Griffin will be shooting into the backside of the Thunderbolt from Team Vindicator. He jumped, that's a 3. He's got light woods, that's a +1. Another +1 for his movement level, plus his lousy gunnery of a 4, makes it a 9 for his large laser, medium laser, and LRM 5. We'll start with the large laser. 9s. Of course not. Medium laser. Oh, well, that's consistently bad. And his LRM 5. Sure, why not? How many of them hit? All of them. And all 5 hit to the center torso. He was really hoping for right arm because that would have been better. Well. Okay, and something of a game of pass it along. The Thunderbolt who just got his back shot up will now be shooting into the front side of the other Thunderbolt. Let's see. He jumped, that's a +3. There's light woods in between, that makes it a 4. He moved, but not much, that makes it a 5. +4 for his gunnery skill makes it 9s. He has a lot more than the other guy did. So he'll start off with his large laser hitting on a 9. And it does. Large laser hits to the, that would be center torso. Then the medium laser number 1 hits to the 6, which is the right torso. Medium laser number 2 misses. Medium laser number 3 whiffs. Let's see. He has his LRM-10. Ugh, that's not good. All right, well, there was some connections anyway. In what's sure to be a dazzling display of not very much, Team Griffin's Locust will now be shooting into Team Vindicator's Thunderer. He walked, so not much there. There's light woods obstructing, plus his 1. His gunnery skill is a 4. So let's see, that's 8. So he's hitting on 8s with his mighty medium lasers. Yeah, 2 of them. Yeah, no. Second one, also no. He might hit with the small lasers on 10s. It doesn't matter what the other die was in this case. Nope, he misses with absolutely everything. Thanks for your support. All right, moving on. The Vindicator of Team Vindicator will now be unloading into the Thunderer from Team Griffin. Let's see. He jumped, that gives him a +3. That guy basically ran, that's a +1, so he's a 4. His gunnery is actually a 3, that makes it a 7. That's about it, actually. All right, so he's got a large laser he'll start with, hitting on a 7. I would hope he could hit that. Large laser hits to the 10, which is the left arm. So large laser to the left arm, and then medium laser misses. Small laser jumps out of the box, definitely hits, and hits to the 10. All right, making progress. At least he's all splattering the left side, I guess. Last but not least is the Vindicator's LRM-10 at point blank range. Ay. That's just embarrassing. Okay. That leaves us with the
Vindicator Locus shooting into the backside of the Griffin. He ran a lot, that's a +2. He didn't move much, that's a +1. He's in heavy woods. Heavy. So that's a +2, so that's 3. +2 is 5, plus lousy gunnery of a 4. So the Locust is hitting on a 9. He has 1 medium laser and 2 machine guns. So medium laser, nope. Machine gun number 1, and nope. Machine gun number 2, also nope. Close but no cigar. Okay, once again, the leaves protect him from everything. Okay, going into turn 5, here's where we're at. It's getting all kind of bunched up down over here. Rolling for initiative for Team Vindicator. 6. Initiative for Team Griffin. 7. So Team Griffin goes second, should they choose to. So, well, there's no question that Team Vindicator's got to move their Thunderbolt. It does have jump jets. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's jumping to the corner. Like that. Maybe Team Griffin will reply the same way and move their Thunder, who does not have jump jets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just try to get this guy more generally in play so he can at least shoot at somebody. Next up for Team Vindicator, moving the Locust, I think. You're like, wow, how can you tell them apart? Oh, they're slightly different colors in person. Not much, though. Okay. Hit this Griffin. That's what's going to make sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, angle this way. There. Now he's got choices for his 1 medium laser. Team Griffin is going to just use the fact that he committed their Thunderer and keep up the assault. He's just going to turn in place and hang into the heavy wood still, which still just counts as doing nothing. The Vindicator is going to respond by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't quite get there. Well, they'll stay there because he doesn't have enough movement to go farther. Does he want to jump, though? It doesn't seem to really help him any when he does that. All right, he'll stick with that. It's a slightly lower modifier for hitting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to pull right up on this guy, which I forget, that's still walking for him. All right, so on to declaring combat. The Vindicator, Team Vindicator, their Thunderbolt's going to shoot into the Griffin. The Griffin's going to shoot into the Thunderbolt. The Vindicator's going to shoot into the Griffin. The Team Griffin Locust is going to shoot into the Vindicator. Team Vindicator Locust will shoot into the, he can't see him. New target. He'll shoot into the other Locust. Finally, Team Griffin's Thunderbolt is going to shoot at the Vindicator. That's all the declarations, so let's get on to the actual shooting. Okay, so first off, we got the Thunderbolt shooting into the Griffin. He jumped, that gives him a 3. His piloting skill is gunnery skill is a 4, so that makes it a 7. And he didn't move at all, but he is in heavy terrain, so that makes it a 9. So a large laser on a 9. Nope. Followed by his medium laser on a 9. Ooh, that hits. Medium laser to the 3, which is his right arm, yeah. Which has not taken any damage at all yet this game. And finally, his LRM-10, Whiffs. Of course it does. Has that one actually hit anything? Okay, I was looking at the wrong sheet, clearly. The Griffin has taken some damage to his right arm already. And the Thunderbolt has 2 more medium lasers to go, still hitting on 9s. That's not a 9. And that certainly is. So 1 more medium laser hits, and it hits to the 10, which is the left arm. Well, spreading it around, you gotta love that. In reply, the Griffin's gonna shoot into the Thunderbolt. He didn't move, so just his gunnery skill of 4 with a +1 for that guy for how far he moved. So he's hitting on 5s. First with his large laser. Hey, that hits. To the 9, which is his, what is the 9? Left leg, which is thus far unscratched, as you can see right there. Well, okay, so it's a little scratched. Then his medium laser number 1 hits to the 8, which is the left torso, and medium laser number 2 hits again to the 5, which is the right leg. Man, just spreading all the damage. And last but not least, the LRM-5. That also hits. How many of them hit? That'd be everybody. And so all 5 points go to the center torso, finally. Next up, the Griffin's going to shoot into the backside of the Griffin. The Vindicator is going to shoot into the backside of the Griffin. He ran, that's a 2. His gunnery skill is a 3, so that makes it a 5. Intervening terrain a 1, makes it a 6. 2 more for the heavy terrain he's in, which makes it an 8. And he didn't move enough for any issue, so, or any modifier issue, whatever. Alright, so hitting on 8s, his large laser. No. Come on, dude. Medium laser. Medium laser hits to the head. Oh, that's interesting. Not enough to finish him off, certainly. That's his first head damage. He's got a pretty thick head. The small laser, which hits on a 10, yes, because of the range. Oh, gets the 10. Hits the center torso, so picks away at that a little bit. And the LRM-10 also hits. Oh, no, it does not. Needs an 8. So that missed, but everything else hit. And those LRMs are just not catching it today. All right. Next up, the Locust on Team Griffin's going to shoot into the Vindicator. He walks, so is a +1. He's at a +1 for how much he moved. He's standing in light woods for another 1. And his gunnery skill is a 4, so that makes it hitting on 7s. He's got 2 medium lasers and 2 small lasers. So medium laser number 1, that's a miss. Maybe I should switch dice. Medium laser number 2. Nope, that was not the right answer. Small laser. Small laser hits to the 3. What is the 3? The 3 is the right arm. And the other small laser does not hit. That was less than spectacular. Okay, time for the Thunderer to do something. He's got a clear line down there to that Vindicator, so he's taking that shot. It's 5 hexes away. He walked, that's a 1. He didn't go very far, that's another 1. He's in light woods, that's 3, +4 for his gunnery skill, makes it hitting on 7s. We'll start with the large laser. Oh, nope. Medium laser number 1, hitting on a 9 due to the range. Nope. Medium laser number 2. Nope. Oh, man. Medium laser number 3 actually connects. That something did. With the, to the 3, which is not amazing, but okay, at least he hit with something. His otherwise not really dented arm. Let's see, his SRM-2 hits on a 9. Okay, how many of the SRM-2s hit? 1 of them. To the 6, which is his which is his right torso. Last but not least is the Thunderbolt's LRM-15, which I have no confidence in at this point in the game, hitting on a 7. Yep, that's what I expected. LRMs are just not doing it in this game for some reason. Okay, that brings us to the last shooter of the round, which is Team Vindicator's Locus, who is going to be shooting at this locus because it's the only one he can see due to intervening terrain. He is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes away. There's 1 hex of intervening terrain, so that's a +1 for him walking. He ran, that's a +2, so that's a +5 right there. Plus his gunnery skill of 4, so he's sitting on a 9. He's using 1 medium laser because his machine guns won't reach, so he needs an 11 to hit. And he didn't get it. That's about what I figured. Okay, at the start of turn 6. Rolling for initiative for Team Griffin. Yep, that sounds about right. And for Team Vindicator. There it is. Griffin's going first. All right. Well, Team Griffin's Thunderer is going to move first. His main target, of course, is the Vindicator. The Vindicator has a jump of 4 and a run of 6. So at most, he can get 4 hexes back here. So the Thunderer needs to stay behind him for maximum effect. So I think all he's going to do, well, that stupid trees right there create a situation where it can get blocked off. There's ways of hiding no matter which direction he goes, I guess. All right, so he's going to run, I think, and try and close the gap a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That still keeps him out of range of him jumping, so you can't jump behind him from there. But it will allow him to, it still gives him that blind spot, but hopefully the Griffin can cover that for him. All right. And in response, of course, Team Vindicator's Locus is going to harass the Thunderer, or Thunderbolt, excuse me. So that's the best way to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is not too good. Doesn't want to turn there. Well, actually, he's a low priority target. He'll take the chance with his +4 for his run.